Hello and welcome from Nashville, Tennessee. And there they are. They are the 1%, and unfortunately that is the Let's Cross Wrestling League world title wrapped around the waist of Lord Grubbins. Of course, his cloak materializes through it, and it almost looks like the belt's too big for him, that it's kind of hovering off of his stomach. I don't know. I don't have any fucking idea. Either way, it's disgusting. They cheated to win that title, but they do have the title, and Skyrim Jobs is going to have to wait a little bit before he gets his rematch, as the next defense that Grubbins will have to make is against Skaith at Slamtopia, which is our biggest pay-per-view of the year and our biggest arena of the year, and biggest arena probably that we'll ever have. But that's not for at least a couple more weeks. So Grubbins gets to, well, keep his grubs on that title for a few more weeks without having to defend it. And you damn well know that he loves that. And, well, we'll see if he's able to beat Skaith and keep the title. I mean, we can't say that he won't. But that being said, Brute Force behind the scenes here has stated that he respects Skaith due to their match that they had last week, and that he will do everything in his power to make sure that man right there, Space Tomato, does not get involved with the world title match at Slamtopia. And in fact, we have scheduled a Hell in the Cell match at Slamtopia between Brute Force and Space Tomato. So Space Tomato will be too preoccupied earlier in the evening to even come out to ringside with Lord Grubbins, as I no doubt he will be a little too worse for wear after Brute Force gets done with him in that Hell in the Cell. So unfortunately for Grubbins, they're not going to be able to buy their way into keeping that title. Grubbins will actually have to use his skill, which he has, but he'll have to actually use it to beat Skaith instead of using Tomato's help. I've already completely talked over Benny's entrance here, and I'm sorry for that, Benny. I don't mean to downplay your wonderful strutting, but I figured I had to get some of that stuff out there. I had to make sure that the crowd knows, all 6 of them at home. We clearly make a lot more money on the road, or rather, with the people in here. Yeah, things and stuff. So anyway, Space Tomato controlling this match early on. Not too big of a surprise. Space Tomato definitely has the girth and weight advantage on Benny. Benny a cruiserweight, Space Tomato a super heavyweight, and of course Space Tomato has Grubbins out on the outside the ring there, who will most likely interject in this match if he has to. Space Tomato was working over the head, now just gave Benny a punch to the face. He throws Benny up against the ropes here, lifts him up and drops him again. It's the second time he's done that to Benny this match, but he's unable to connect with that punch as Benny throws an elbow right into the gut. Though there's a lot of padding in that gut, so I don't think he's did a lot of damage there. He's able to chop and kick at Tomato here, but Tomato just shoves him away like he's a little nothing a couple times there. Benny keeps trying something. Oh, Benny finally does get a hold of Tomato and is able to pull him back onto his knee there. So now he is in control, at least for the moment. Holy shit. Benny is almost not as tall as Tomato's feet when he lifted his feet up there. But Benny is in control, and he hits an elbow drop right in the sternum, or this cushy sternum, and now he's taunting, and Tomato's already back up. Was not a smart move by Benny, but Benny able to flip out of that there, and now gets a nice drop kick, sending Tomato flying to the corner. But Tomato now grabbing Benny, slamming him down across the stomach, across his knee. Tomato now back in control, as I pretty much just said, and is working Benny, giving him the what for, as the 1% would probably put it, because they like to speak in Old English as well. I'm not sure why. Not even Old English. I don't even know what to call it. But anyway, this fight has now spilled to the outside. Tomato lifting up Benny, but Benny able to get out of it with a jawbreaker, staggering Tomato back. Now Benny doing some flippy shit here, and there goes Tomato right to the outside, or right to the Well, they were already on the outside. You know what I'm talking about. Benny throwing in a punch, a kick, missing the kick actually, and looked like Tomato was going for a big boot there, but did not connect it, and Benny was able to capitalize as we saw. We're up to a 5 count now. Tomato's on the outside. Oh, Benny actually breaking the count and is going for the hat. No, he's going for the table here, but how many times have we seen this and nothing result of it? We see a lot of wrestlers that get very anxious and they want to do something with that table, but ultimately never do. Either way, Benny was not going to do anything. He got slammed down by Tomato. And Tomato's going to completely forget about the table as well, I'm sure. And, oh, what's he doing? He's taking Benny over to the corner here. What he's going to do? He's headbutted Benny in the corner. We're up to a 6 count. We're up to a 7 count. Benny's on the outside. Tomato actually breaking the count. I thought Tomato was going to try to win this by count out, but no, he does break the count. And he grabs Benny as Benny tried to run away from him and slams his knee against his knee. And now we're back down to a 2 count. Tomato grabbing Benny and throwing him kind of into the ring. I don't think he threw him into the post, just threw him into the ring. And that's into the ring post, though. I don't know that Grubbins will even have to get involved. Tomato has been able to control most of this match without much problem. And now this match is finally back into the ring, and Benny's able to grab Tomato and throw him into the corner. Benny turns Tomato over here into the corner and actually is able to lift him up somehow, gives him a punch, and I don't think... Is Benny going to be able to fucking do this? And if so, holy shit! Tomato weighs like 8,000 pounds. Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Tomato might be dead. I don't think he's dead. No, he's still alive. But holy shit. And Benny winding it up and gives him a good old punch. Benny actually now completely in control of this match, punching the shit out of Tomato. And now driving that back across the knee yet again. Tomato getting out of it, sweeping the leg of Benny. We're up to a 5 count now, and Tomato rushing back into the ring so he doesn't get counted out. Benny, though, slow to get to his feet, but does get back in the ring as well. Benny able to grab Tomato. Benny is definitely a lot quicker than Tomato, as, well, Tomato is much larger and, well, bigger. But, what's going on here? He's got Benny. He's lifting Benny up. Looks like he's going to go for a crucifix powerbomb here. But no, Benny able to get out of it with an arm drag. Benny gives a kick to the Tomato's stomach. Grabs him and throws an elbow right to the back of the head. Normally not a legal move, but the referee allows it. And then another sit-down jawbreaker, and Tomato goes down. Benny's actually looking pretty... Oh, there we go. Now Grubbins is getting involved. This is what the 1% does. This is how they won the title, or how Grubbins won the title. And oh, but Benny able to reverse out of that. Kicks and knocks down Tomato. Tomato's on the outside. Grubbins gets out of the way so he doesn't get hurt. Benny doing a shuffle dance. Goes off the ropes. Jumps. And nails Tomato. Tomato is down and Benny is celebrating. Tomato looks like he is down and out. Grubbins' interference didn't seem to help too much as Benny was able to outsmart the Tomato. And now another backbreaker. He keeps doing that. Trying to take out the back of Tomato. It looked like Grubbins was going to get involved there, but I think he remembered that if he does, he'll get his partner, Space Tomato, disqualified. Benny, we're up to a 4 count. Benny really working over Tomato. Tomato had controlled the early bout of this match. Early half of this match. And it's been all Benny thus far, but now Benny takes a hard shoulder down to the mat on the outside. Tomato gets in, and uh-oh, here comes Grubbins. If Grubbins just lifted him up. Okay. He didn't attack him, so the referee did not disqualify. Uh-oh, but now Benny going after Grubbins. And he throws Grubbins down. He says, oh, fuck you. You want to be champion. How about you champion the floor with your face, asshole? That's pretty much, I think that's what I heard him say. Benny kicking the shit out of both the 1%. Uh-oh, but Grubbins has to use better judgment here. He can't lay his hands on Benny, even if Benny laid him out, because he'll get Tomato disqualified. Tomato doing some work on Benny on the outside there. But is holding his stomach. Now rolls in, but Benny's back up as well. Throws a punch into Tomato. Oh, and Grubbins is distracting Benny, which was long enough for a complete shot laid out by Space Tomato. Now, oh, the crowd's booing because they know what's coming. Tomato's ready to do it. He lifts him up and hits him with that dropping European uppercut. That could be it. He goes for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
And that is it. The 1% cheat to win yet again. A distraction late in the game allowed Tomato to regain control right here. That was what distracted Benny. The complete shot was the beginning of the end. And then Tomato waited for Benny to get up, tossed him up, and laid him out with that uppercut. And that was all she wrote in the end. Benny really kicked the shit out of Tomato despite being a cruiserweight. But unfortunately, it's a numbers and it's a money game. And the 1% has both in this case. And now, we haven't seen him since he lost the World Championship. He's come back. He takes a couple weeks off here and there. He is Thule, former Let's Cause Wrestling League champion, and he wasn't just a transitional champion. He was able to hold that title at least for one defense. But unfortunately for him, he did lose it to Skyrim Jobs in a triple threat match between he, KTD, and Skyrim Jobs. But it's no sweat to him. He didn't even want the rematch clause. He decided, nope, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to earn my way back. And he, as anyone can, didn't want to get an immediate rematch. And now, plummeting at the ring at 300,000 miles per hour. He is taxing. He is running down. He is sprinting. He is pumping that fucking fist like he usually does. The fucking pyro's going crazy. His music's going to shit. Yeah, his music's going complete shit, but it doesn't matter because now he's just running back and forth. He's gonna pump that fucking arm. Pump that fucking arm. Pump that fucking arm. He's going crazy and he's gonna fucking pump those goddamn ropes like he does. Get pyro right in the face. Doesn't give a fucking shit. Going fucking crazy like he usually fucking does. He waddles over to the other set of ropes. He's gonna fucking pump those too because fucking I love pumping ropes and he loves shooting ropes and he's shooting ropes all over the crowd. He is Taxi GD. Fuck. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Goddamn. Okay. We are ready. Thule kicking Taxi. I can barely fucking speak, talk, or my goddamn brain is fucked right now. And Thule actually doing a very technical clinic to Taxi Genie here and whips Taxi Genie around. Taxi Genie saying, whoa, hold on. I wasn't ready for that. I just know how to eat pizza. But either way, or I guess they don't eat pizza. What do they eat? They eat like really smelly food. What's an Indian? I'm really not an Indian. I don't like Indian food. They spice shit up way too fucking much. Way too much. Like, and I like spices, but fuck me. Get, you know, lay off the spices so much. But curry, I guess curry. Yeah, he just smells like fucking curry. Tax Genie, full of curry tonight. I don't know where I was going with that. Either way, Tax Genie now in control. Having just thrown Thule up against the ring there. And now, Thule actually took a route towards that post. And, Jesus Christ, Thule just went headfirst right into the post. Tax Genie getting back in the ring. We're up to a 6 count already. Thule needs to get back in.
7.
We're up to a 7. I thought Thule was just going to say fuck it and leave. And now Taxi getting their arm ready. Goes for a grab, doesn't hit it, but hits the kick. And is able to get Thule. And looks like going for a power bomb here, but, no, Thule able to get out of it. Hits a spiking DDT on Taxi Genie. Thule hits a shooting star press from the standing position like it wasn't fucking anything. And now throwing in the haymakers to the back of Taxi Genie. Taxi Genie doesn't know what to do as he is, at least outsped by, Thule. And Thule lifting. I thought it was going to throw Taxi Genie somehow, but no, Taxi Genie was able to get out of it and now is in control, has a hold of Thule. And throws in a knee right to the face. Thule. No, able to get out of that. Pulls Taxi Genie down headfirst into the mat. Thule now going for the leg here. Wraps around. It sits down on the knee, bending it in an awkward position, which is good. Keep your opponent grounded. Thule. Kicking Taxi Genie right in something. Going for the whoop-de-wop-de-whoop. Whoa! And he hits it. Doesn't go for the pin, though, on it. In fact, it looks like Thule's a little tired, taking a little bit of time to get up. Thule now lifting up Taxi G, but Taxi G able to turn into a jawbreaker. A lot of people like doing jawbreakers here in Let's Cross Wrestling League, and that was an attempt at a body suplex, body, whatever. Either way, there's DDT. Thule has been relatively in most control of this match, outskilling and outspeeding Taxi Genie here. Here comes the Whisper in the Wind already. Now going for a pin. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. Thule gets kicked in the stomach. Taxi Genie now in control here. Does a nice snapmare to Thule in the middle of the ring, and now is wrenching the neck and the head. Right there in the center. There is nowhere for Thule to go. Taxi would love for Thule to tap out here, to say that he made a former champion tap out, but not going to happen. Thule now reversed and threw a punch right as well. Going for a suplex here, holding Taxi, but taking a fucking knee to the head. And now Taxi in control, going for a suplex of his own, lifts up Thule, and hits actually a brain buster in the center of the ring. Taxi lifts Thule up once again here. Here comes the Taxi driver, and he nails it! That's one of his signatures. It could be it.
1, 2.
No, only a 2. Thule's never been beaten that easily. Thule usually doesn't finish matches as well, but usually isn't put down by the first, second, third, fourth, or even fifth signature and finisher. Either way, Taxi did a spinning Death Valley driver there and is now trying to get in position here. Going for the big swing, it looks like. Here we go. Ooh, and if there's anyone to do it to, it's got, Thule's the lightest competitor here, the smallest. So it's not too hard to do it to Thule. So you got to think how effective it could be, but it could be pretty effective. He goes and rolls it up. Thule could be too disoriented to kick out. No, Thule does kick out. Taxi Genie can't believe it, as I think he has won with that move before. Taxi lifts Thule back up. And now clawing at the face, actually starting to play dirty here because he knows that he has to do something to put Thule out. Taxi is now definitely retaking control of this match, and I say that and he gets kicked in the face, but is able to reverse with a couple of elbows to the chin of Thule. Thule, Russian leg sweep by Taxi. Hey, Thule looked like he was disoriented there, and we're going to go for a, oh, fuck. Why can't I ever remember the name of this fucking move? Camel clutch. He had the camel clutch there, but Thule was able to get out of it by grabbing the ropes. Thule, hits an enziguri out of nowhere as Taxi was trying to do something with his leg, but Thule would have none of it. Now Thule throws Taxi in the corner once again, but Taxi's able to reverse and throw Thule back in the corner, but Thule reverses with an elbow. Now grabs, turns Taxi Genie around here, lifts Taxi Genie up, sits him down. And now taunting Taxi Genie, saying, yes, this is things. I don't know what that taunt is. And he waits for Taxi Genie, very patiently waits for Taxi Genie to get up, but throwing him in the corner. Thule turns Taxi Genie around here. Might be going for something special, I'm not sure. Throwing Taxi Genie. No, Taxi Genie reversed it. But no, takes a knee to the head. And then a drop kick from the top rope. Thule getting pumped up here. Taxi in the corner, and a big elbow right to the face from Thule. And now Thule grabbing Taxi Genie, hits him with a sit-down powerbomb from the corner. Thule throwing in the kicks here. Thule's now regained control of the match, at least for now, and drops 2 legs right across the dick and balls. Referee does not care. Thule lifting up Taxi Genie very slowly. Looks like he might be going for a suplex here. No, it looks like a cradle driver of sorts, dropping Taxi Genie right on his head. Now Thule, might be setting up that jump spin kick. Here it comes. Thule's doing the double hopscotch kick, and a spin, and nails Taxi Genie. That could be all she wrote. That's Thule's finisher. Taxi might be done for.
2.
No, Taxi kicks out at 2, just barely. Thule's got to be a little frustrated. Might have to amp it up a little bit, and I don't know what the fuck. Bring out some scissors and stab him. I don't know. Either way, both of these competitors lasting quite some time, lasting through some signatures and finishers. But Thule drop kicking Taxi in the back of the head. Thule lifts Taxi right back up. Throws him back in the corner here. Oh, looks like he's going to turn him around once again. Oh, going for another Whisper in the wind and nails it. Oh, I think he busted open Taxi. His foot, his heel caught Taxi right in the forehead. Blood pouring from Taxi's forehead. And that's it. It must have concussed him too, because Taxi is done for. Thule wins it with a foot to the top of the head in the end. What a match, though. Both competitors gave it their all and did very well. There was no real predictable winner at any point. At one point, Thule was in charge, and Taxi was in charge, Thule was in charge. It went back and forth, and it just took another Whisper in the wind, busting open Taxi, and possibly concussing him, as that was what ended up finishing it. There's that spinning Death Valley driver, which is actually a pretty cool move. And then he turned around to the swing, but we're not going to get that because, that's silly. And this was the spin jump kick. I don't really fucking know what Thule calls this. But either way, it wasn't what finished the match. It has finished matches before, not this one. The referee was actually holding down Taxi's arm, and he still kicked out. And then finally, this is what was it. This is what busted open Taxi Genie. Taxi getting turned in the corner here. Thule coming down and just nailing him. I guess caught a piece of his head with, and you see the blood starting to pour out there with the heel. And Taxi was all done, counting Curry in his sleep. Thule wins it in his return since losing the title. And now the actually both of these two competitors are former hardcore champions. One more recent than the other. But coming out, one of the former hardcore champions, Hood Fabulous. Neither of these two have any beef with each other, but they haven't wrestled each other yet, so we decided, what the fuck, why not? Let's see how they do against each other. We got one man who's more of a street fighter in Hood Fabulous against a all-star Olympian wrestler in Steve Butabi. There's his pretend spray painting. I'm not sure what he's writing. I mean, he might be writing Hood Fabulous. He does it too quickly for me. I can't. And it's backwards because we see the camera. We're looking at him, so it's backwards to us. I don't get it. I don't know. But it's a thing he does. It's a thing he fucking does. What about it? Oh, Jesus. And now, coming down ringside, like I said before, he is also a former... Oh, God, the music. Well, you know how it is. He is also a former hardcore champion. He is Steve Butabi! And he gets a lot of pyro. And he's a good wrestler. He's a good guy, you know? He's done really well here in the Let's Rise Wrestling League. He broke onto the scene and started winning matches. He hasn't won every match, clearly, because he is a former champion. But be that as it may, he's here to whoop down on some Hood Fabulous, and hopefully for him, put another notch in his belt. However, Hood Fabulous is no pushover. None at all. And Butabi's going to have his work cut out for him. I'm trying to concentrate over all this fucked up music. But goddamn, is it hard. Oh, just let it in. Just let it fucking in. Jesus fucking Christ. Kill me. And we are ready to go here. The bell has rung. And we are locking this up now. I don't know the Hood Fabulous. Well, I was gonna say I don't know if Hood Fabulous wants to get into a technical lockup fight with Butabi, but he was able to wrench the arm there, and is now hitting Butabi with a nice neck breaker there in the center of the ring. Butabi though getting back up, but not very quickly as Hood Fabulous. I think Hood Fabulous might be a light heavyweight, and Butabi is a heavyweight. So Butabi does have the weight advantage, but I would think that Hood Fabulous has a slight speed advantage in this match. So anything could really happen. These guys, it's not like the first match we had, which was Benny, a cruiserweight, against Tomato, a heavyweight, and Benny was kicking some serious ass. He was beating up on Grubbins. Oh, there goes the referee! He was beating up on Grubbins and Tomato, and then, of course, at the end, Grubbins interfered, cost Benny the match, just like how Grubbins won the title last week with Tomato multiple times without ever being even yelled at from the referee. Multiple times got involved and cost Skyrim Jobs the world title. So anyway, oh, what a spin drop kick, taking Hood Fabulous. That was one of the first offensive moves that Butabi's made, and now he's drove an elbow right into the head of Hood Fabulous. Hood Fabulous blocking a punch and throwing in one of his own there. Again, I'm not sure why Hood Fabulous gets to keep his rings on either. That seems to be a little odd, but our referee does kind of suck. Hood Fabulous drops Butabi right on his head there. And a spinning leg drop right across the throat. I think Hood Fabulous has definitely been controlling most of this match so far. But anything can happen and will happen here in the Let's Crosby Wrestling League. Butabi hitting a series of punches and a spin kick knocks Hood Fabulous clean off his feet. Hood Fabulous now not even sure what fucking area code he's in. Butabi hits another drop kick. This is what I mean. Butabi's got a lot of the skill and technique of a wrestler. Hood Fabulous is more of a street fighter. So we get to see which fighting skill prevails today. And right now it seems to be... Oh, was that the Olympic Slam? Did he just hit him with an Olympic Slam already? It seemed like it, but maybe it was a little bit of a variation. He didn't go for the pin. Instead, went for a little bit of a submission move there. And Hood Fabulous still able to get to his feet pretty quickly. But Butabi hits a belly-to-belly suplex, throwing Hood Fabulous across the ring. Hood Fabulous needs to dig deep and get back into this. He plans on winning, and he just takes... Oh, here we go. Get the triple Germans here. There's the second one. And there's the third. I haven't seen that many Germans since I went to Oktoberfest, my friend. That was awful. Fucking shoot me in the head for that. Oh, fuck. Anyway, Butabi gonna go for the pin.
1, 2.
Only getting a 2 count as Hood Fabulous able to kick out. Hood Fabulous, like I said, needs to really dig deep. But it doesn't seem like he's doing too great. But yeah, I was gonna say, but he started to control that, but Butabi able to reverse that into a belly splash of sorts and take out Hood Fabulous. I couldn't fucking remember his name. Hood Fabulous takes a punch to the back of the head, but actually gets up, almost like it angered him, but it didn't seem to do much. Did not intimidate Butabi, as Butabi got him with a nice suplex there. Uh-oh, Butabi now gonna be the second wrestler to give us a cock tease when it comes to the table. Will we ever see someone go through the table again? I don't know. It doesn't happen very often. I think Hood Fabulous was actually the last person he put Benny through a table all those weeks ago. And now, though it looks like Butabi is hell-bent on doing this as he throws Hood Fabulous to the outside. Oh, but he's distracted here, I think. Oh, no. He grabs... He got... Oh, nope. Nope, never mind. Hood Fabulous was able to reverse out of it and threw Butabi back in the ring, and I am willing to bet that Butabi will completely forget that the table even exists for the rest of the match. Hood Fabulous, going off the ropes, doing a little bit of a dance, a little shuffle, a little spin, and a nice big leg drop to the throat of Butabi, and then goes for a pin, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, he hasn't done that much damage to Butabi. I don't know why he's so confused, why he thought that was going to end it. I know it was one of his signature moves, but it's not going to be enough necessarily. Now, are we going to get some more Germans here? No, just one more German from Butabi. Butabi lifts up Hood Fabulous. Was going to go for a scoop slam, but Hood Fabulous able to get out of it. Reverses with a neck breaker. Now taking a little bit of a breather as he is a bit tired, but that's given time for Butabi to get back up. Butabi gives a kick to Hood Fabulous, then grabs him here. Lifts him up for another scoop slam. This time, a sit-down scoop slam. This time hitting it. Actually grabs the leg for a pin.
1, 2.
Only getting a 2 count. as Hood Fabulous able to kick out. Butabi throws in a nice punch to the back of Hood Fabulous, going for another German. Uh-oh, it's another set of Germans. This might be the most German suplexes we've seen in a single match. And unfortunately for Hood Fabulous, he's going to have to feel every single one of them. The upper back, lower back, and neck. I could have just said the entire back and neck of Hood Fabulous must just be on fire now with all these German suplexes. Goes for a pin, only gets a 2 count as Hood Fabulous able to tough it out and kick out. Butabi, though, able to successfully pull off that move, which rarely does get pulled off, and Hood Fabulous is busted open. Butabi getting to the outside of the ring here. Oh, and actually springboard jumping, doing a 360 spin in the fucking air. I've never seen Butabi do that. Pulling that out of his ass. Holy shit. And now going for an ankle or an ankle and knee lock here, trying to make Hood Fabulous tap out, but Hood Fabulous kicks out of it, kicking Butabi in the face. Hood Fabulous gives another kick to Butabi's stomach, but Butabi able to grab him and hit him with a snapmare in the middle of the ring. Goes for a headbutt, but gets an elbow instead to the face. Hood Fabulous throwing a punch into Butabi. Butabi shaking it off, throwing a nice forearm and then a dragon screw takedown. Butabi really pulling out a lot of his arsenal here tonight with some very skilled maneuvers. And uh-oh, we might see a Olympic slam here. He's getting him set up for it. He's got the arm, and he hits it. That could be all she wrote for Hood Fabulous. Butabi goes for the pin.
1, 2.
No, at 2 and almost there, but not enough. Hood Fabulous digs down deep and is able to kick out. Butabi's got to be thinking, what do I got to do to keep this guy down? Uh-oh, and it looks like it's going to be another Olympic slam. He said, one's not good enough for you? All right, motherfucker. Here comes the second one. Oh, actually, he was going to go for something different, and Hood Fabulous able to get out of it and actually hits a German suplex of his own. Surprisingly there. And now he is going after the knee, sitting down on it. Hood Fabulous lifts up Butabi, throws him into the corner here, and now throws him out of the ring. Oh, he might be going for that move where you jump through the ropes and do a DDT and all that wonderful stuff. And sure enough, yep, he gets it. And he nails Butabi with a DDT on the outside. However, it is on the outside, and he has to get Butabi back in the ring before he can make a pin. But instead decides to give him a nice slap. Lifts him up for a suplex here. Oh, but gets kneed in the head instead. Butabi throws a nice punch of his own.
4,
Does a capture suplex and throws
5,
Hood Fabulous into the, over towards the guardrails there. We're up to a 5 count.
6.
Butabi taking a breather now, gloating, showing off to the crowd. We're up to a 7. Hood Fabulous trying to get back up, trying to get back in the ring. The referee giving him a little bit of a break there. But Butabi not giving him a break at all as he hooks both arms, lifts him up, and slams him down. Uh-oh, here come now. Maybe he's going to get another Olympic slam. He couldn't get off the last one. He grabs onto Hood Fabulous and hits him with another Olympic slam. That has to be all. He pulls Hood Fabulous away from the ropes to the center of the ring, hooks the leg, referee gets in position,
2, 3.
and that's all she wrote. Butabi definitely outskilled, outpowered, and outclassed Hood Fabulous tonight. I mean, this was a pretty one-way fight. Hood Fabulous had some offense in there, but in the end, Butabi controlled this match. Hit Hood Fabulous with 2 Olympic slams, about 1,400 German suplexes. And even though we have a replay here of actually one of the times that Hood Fabulous got some offense, and another one here actually. It wasn't the end right here. I think this is one of the many German suplexes there. Went for a scoop slam, but Hood Fabulous was able to get out of it. That was early on in the match, actually. Why is this a fucking replay? Okay. And then I think this might have been the final Olympic slam? Maybe? It was one of the 2. And he hit all of it. Nope, that was the first one. That was the first Olympic slam. Hood Fabulous was actually able to kick out of that one. He went for another one right away. Hood Fabulous reversed out of it. And then finally, this third final attempt, though only the second Olympic slam was enough to keep Hood Fabulous down and out. Steve Butabi drags him across the ring there, gets the pin, he gets the win. I don't know what time limit, but he got it. Butabi wins it against Hood Fabulous.
Yeah.
And now, as always, they're stupid. They're pretty stupid. They are nil. They are Draz. Draz has never won in the history of his career here in the Let's Cross Wrestling League. Nil has won quite a few matches. However, he has never won a tag match with Draz, as Draz has never won. See, that's like some elimination math there for you. So the tag team of Pretty Stupid has never won. Draz has never won, and I have this suspicion that Draz's first victory is going to be one of these tag matches, because Nil will just have to carry the entire team by himself. Either way, they still come out, they still try. They're still tag team partners despite their inability to win, which means they're probably not very good teammates. But they're probably the only two that really can stand each other here in the Let's Crosley Wrestling League. So it's almost like a match made in hell, but they're heaven. So whatever. Nil giving a few head bobs there, and Draz getting ready. And now you should all get ready for the debut. Well, I guess not really the debut. The debut as an official tag team. They're one half Mexican, one half, well, not really, one half pretend Mexican, one half Japanese. They are the team of Double Mint Gum. Freshmaker almost taking Bubblegum under his wing here, as Bubblegum has a questionable win record here in the Let's Crosley Wrestling League. But be that as it may, they're both flippy shitters. They like to flip. They like to do this fucking thing with their arms. The crowd likes it too. They're getting into it. And they want to win their first tag team match as an official team. They won last time as an unofficial team, I guess. But now they are officially a team, whatever that means. Starting out, we got Draz versus Kick Bubblegum. Draz actually getting in, sweeping the leg, taking Kick Bubblegum down in a rare show of skill. And actually is able to almost try to break Kick Bubblegum's arm. Kick Bubblegum, almost embarrassingly, needs to get stuff started here. He is able to get a few punches in on Draz, and now throws Draz out of the ring. Goes off the ropes here, jumps over and nails Draz, already getting on with the flippy shit. Holy shit. Kick Bubblegum kicking and throwing some knees into Draz's face here. Nil not getting involved, even though he legally could, but I guess he just wants to let Draz fend for himself. Kick Bubblegum picks up Draz. Draz able to throw in a kick here, and throws Kick Bubblegum into Nil. Nil doesn't even budge, and now he's been thrown into the guardrail there. But Kick Bubblegum hitting a Russian leg sweep as a reverse. We're up to a 4 count. How weird would it be for a double count out? Kick Bubblegum able to get in the ring. Draz struggling to get in the ring, but does so. Oh, it hits a double chop right to the face and chest of Kick Bubblegum, and now smartly tags in the better of the two of Pretty Stupid, Nil. But Nil not getting stuff started right away, is Kick Bubblegum able to sweep him over and throw him in the middle of the ring. Kick Bubblegum wrenching the neck of Nil, and actually twisting and turning that pretty little face. Kick Bubblegum went for something there, but got his knee kicked out from underneath him a little bit from Nil, and Nil, getting caught, and now a dragon screw, and actually hit Freshmaker with that dragon screw. Freshmaker's like, oh shit, I should probably fucking pay attention to what's going on here. As Kick Bubblegum's able to pick up. Oh no, okay. I thought Nil was gonna hit him with a suplex, but and there's that double chop, this time from Kick Bubblegum to Nil, and now tagging in the bigger man, the biggest man in the ring, Freshmaker. Freshmaker has a very good career here in the Let's Cross Wrestling League, winning multiple titles. Would like to win the tag team titles as well. Oh, went for a super kick, but actually missing it. Nil a little bit too short. And now Nil taking advantage, hitting some punches and chops. Another punch And the final punch there, knocking Freshmaker down to the mat. Freshmaker turned over, getting punched in the back of the head there. And now looks like going for a submission move, trying to hurt that back of Freshmaker, and drives his face in the mat. Freshmaker slow to get up. Nil able to get behind him here and hitting a back body drop on Freshmaker and a stomp. Nil all of a sudden seems like he was shot out of a cannon, but now getting shot down with a clothesline reversal from Freshmaker. Now Freshmaker throwing in a stomp. Was like going for the leg, but Nil able to power out of it and push Freshmaker down. Nil kind of rotating around Freshmaker, but takes an elbow to the face. Oh, and actually hits an enziguri, almost taking Freshmaker's head off. Turns Freshmaker over here. Now looks like he's going to go for something. It's a kick to the stomach. Nil actually shown, like I said, if Pretty Stupid wins, it's going to be because of Nil's efforts. That's for damn sure. Nil thrown over the top rope by Freshmaker. Freshmaker actually just staring at him, letting him get back in. And, going, that's why. Actually kind of luring Nil over towards him. Nil was like, oh, you're just going to stand there, I'm going to come at you. And then he took a flippy shit, which took Nil down. Nil, though, powering out of that. Hits a European uppercut, staggering the big man. But, like I said, he's the big man. He just shoves Nil aside like he was a little toy. And now throws Nil in the corner. We could see a, nope, never mind. Now Nil, Nil tried to reverse that into a German suplex and then couldn't get anything going. Freshmaker just pushing Nil away multiple times. But Nil able to lay in a nice punch, knocking down the big man, Freshmaker. Tags in Draz. Could be his biggest mistake this match. Draz misses a punch. Freshmaker gets around. Oh, almost hit a neck breaker, but Draz is able to get out of it. But not for long as Freshmaker grabs Draz. Lets him go, grabs him again, lifts him up and slams him down. Now don't let Freshmaker's agility and flippy speed and all that kind of stuff fool you. He's still a super heavyweight, and he will use that power to his advantage. He's just got more advantages than a lot of super heavyweights, as he's got a lot of speed and agility and everything, like I said. Still not the fastest man in the ring. I would say probably the fastest man in there would probably be Kick Bubblegum, who I believe is also a cruiserweight like Draz. Throws Draz into the corner here, but Draz able to reverse with an elbow. Pulls Kick Bubblegum to the middle of the ring here. Is pushed down and crawled over by Draz. Draz now trying desperately to get over to a tag, and he does. He tags Nil right back in. Kick Bubblegum trying to get ready for Nil here. Nil, though, is able to grab Kick Bubblegum and slam his face right into the mat. Nil lifts up Kick Bubblegum, but Kick Bubblegum dragon screws Nil, taking him straight down. Kick Bubblegum lifts up Nil, turns him around here. Uh-oh! The triple crotch German suplex! There's one! There's two! And there's three! He might go for a pin here. And he does. Draz actually not coming in. Only a 2 count, though, so it didn't really matter too much. Kick Bubblegum staring at Nil. Might be waiting for something. And what the fuck that was, but he clearly missed it. Nil trying to take advantage of it, but Kick Bubblegum reversing, throwing, grabbing Nil and throwing him in the corner. We could see they have a tag team finisher, and we could see it here. Throws Nil over. Nil's now in a very compromised position here. Oh, rolling thunder, and then a front flip over, nailing Nil. Oh, fuck, and then another one, a big moonsault onto Nil. Holy shit, what a tag team finisher here. Oh, they almost won, but Draz was actually able to break it up, showing that he is worth something. Oh, and Nil getting thrown into Draz. And now Draz getting reversed by Kick Bubblegum. And oh fuck, there's crazy shit going on. The referee's trying to get control of this. Both teams fighting it out. They could get disqualified if they're not careful here. Oh, and there's the pretty pullback, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Both members of Double Mint Gum in the middle of the ring.
1, 2.
Almost wins! Jesus Christ, Nil almost won it. Almost got Draz his first victory here in the Let's Cross the Wrestling League. Draz being counted by the referee saying, get the fuck out or I'm going to disqualify you. Finally, we got some order here. Nil, though, kind of taunting Freshmaker instead of actually making use of the fact that Freshmaker is kind of dazed at the moment after taking one of the pretty pullback, pretty surprise, whatever the fuck you want to call his goddamn finisher. Either way, he tags back in Draz. Draz now has a chance with a hurt Freshmaker to actually get some stuff going here. The crowd not too happy about what's come about here, but Draz able to actually reverse there, grabbing Freshmaker, throwing Freshmaker back into the corner here. Slowly making his way over, but nope, not going to happen. Now, a step over leg sweep kick, whatever, and then a drop kick to the back of the head is delivered onto Draz from Freshmaker. Freshmaker wisely makes the tag into his partner, who's slowly stalking Draz. Draz crawling over to Nil, reversing a punch into an elbow. Oh, but is unable to really capitalize as Draz, oh, Jesus Christ. Some chiropractic going on here. Chiropractic? I don't think that's a word. Either way, kick bubble gum. Going for a, looks like a Hurricane Rana here, and he nails it. Oh, he hooks the legs here.
1, 2.
Almost wins it there, and oh, fuck, Freshmaker did a head scissors takedown to Nil. And now, we're back to fighting. Oh, God! Triple German crotch suplex. Nil now thrown out of the ring by Freshmaker. Freshmaker following him outside, laying the boots into Nil on the outside there as Draz is thrown around by his dick. Kick bubblegum going for the pin here, and there's nothing Nil can even do about it.
1, 2.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it. It was 2 3/4 there. Kick bubblegum almost winning it there for his team. And now he gets down. Draz goes for a rolling. Oh, wow. An interesting pin combination here.
1, 2, 3.
And that's it. That roll-up is what does it. Doublemint Gum win their first match as an official tag team, their second match in a row as a tag team. Pretty Stupid's going to have to try another day to win their first tag team match. Very well done by the team of Doublemint Gum. There was one time that I thought Nil was going to put this away earlier on, and here was this finisher. We get to see it in a better camera here. There's like a rolling thunder, it looked like, and then a 360 splash. He rolls Nil to the outside, and then Freshmaker hits a big, long jumping moonsault there. And then finally, this is what. Not the end, but one of the close moments here with that triple crotch suplex. Meanwhile, on the outside, Nil was getting beaten the shit out of by Freshmaker. Went for a pin here. Thought that was going to be it. Almost was. Right there. He kicks out, and then let's look at this pin combination here. He gets around the back of Nil, Kick Bubblegum does, and actually drags him down, throws him to the mat, jumps over, hooks the arms, flips him over, and then bridges like this, and there's nothing Draz can do. He is so rolled up in that move, he can't fucking move. Anyway, Kick Bubblegum, Freshmaker, the team of Doublemint Gum win here tonight. And now it is time for the #1 contendership match for the U.S. title. One of these two competitors will have their chance to win the U.S. title from Bazza. It is no easy task. We know it's not because no one has been able to do it. Bazza has held, ever since he won the U.S. title, he has held it. No one has been able to beat Bazza. He has the most, talk about Skate's win streak, talk about the 1%'s win streak. Bazza's win streak as a champion, unprecedented. And it's going to be either Draven or his competitor, now coming out here pretty soon, KTD. It will be their task to try to end it, but they have to get through each other here tonight. KTD, instead of getting fucked up music, gets no music whatsoever, of course. KTD has had one hell of a streak, too, by the way, of her own. she has beaten, I mean, for the last few weeks, has beaten every competitor laid in front of her. Draven, now the last speed bump here in her road to the U.S. title. And that's no easy task. Draven was the former Let's Cause Wrestling League champion. KCD currently has no championships to her name, despite being a very good wrestler here in Let's Cause Wrestling League. And she's going to have her hands full tonight with Draven. That's for damn sure. Draven's ready. KTD's getting ready. I hope you're all ready, because the match just started. KTD and Draven already locking up here. Draven able to get around KTD, lifts her up and slams her down, goes for a headlock here. Getting those sweaty southern pits all over her face. Though KTD trying to power out of it here, getting out of it, but no, gets kicked right in the, or kneed right in the face from Draven. Draven, an early aggressor here. He wants another title. You know, ever since he lost the world title to Brute Force way back when, and then kind of became a shell of his former self before breaking out of Brute Force's control, he hasn't had the greatest of match performances. And oh my God, what a fucking headbutt! Just takes Draven down. KTD still even without a helmet shows that she has a really hard head, and now is in control after that. Going for a Bret Hart special and pulling back on that calf and knee of Draven. Draven trying to get up. KTD very anxious to do something there. Throws a kick. Went for a slap, but was unable to connect. But is able to... Oh, I was going to say was able to get a kick there, but unable to get that spin punch. Now Draven back in control here. The thing with KTD, a lot of her matches lately, which she's won, almost... The ending's almost coming out of nowhere, so Draven has to be careful, because KTD all of a sudden can turn things on, get you in a compromising position, get you with a devastating move, and it's all done. So Draven has to keep that in mind as he's fighting KTD. And I'm sure he does. He's a very well seasoned wrestler here, and he's been doing very well here. But there's a leg DDT, laying Draven out from KTD. KTD pulling Draven away from the ropes here. Might be going for a pin. No. Actually going for a cartwheel backflip and landing right across Draven there. This match has been pretty even so far. I think Draven's held a little bit of an edge with some spouts of KTD's offense. Now KTD reversing into an arm drag. Obviously Draven has the weight advantage and height advantage over KTD. KTD is a light heavyweight here, where Draven is just a normal old heavyweight, so there isn't too much of a crazy advantage. Though I believe they're on the opposite ends of their weights, right? I mean, Draven's at least in the middle of the heavyweights. KTD is probably just barely a light heavyweight. And now a big boot pulling down Draven and knocking him down. Goes for a pin, actually.
1, 2.
Getting a 2 count. Draven kicks out. KTD throws a kick right to the back of Draven before flipping him over here. Waits for him to get up, or, well, was waiting, but then lifted him up. Throws Draven into the corner here. What could she be going for? I don't know. Looks like it's just throwing him into the other corner now. Running after him and hitting with a big elbow, and then a enziguri. Very, very nice move. Lifts up. Draven hits that Hurricane Rana. Draven flies all the way across the ring, is draped across the ropes. And then KTD throws her entire calf across the back of the head of Draven. Draven now laid out. KTD goes for another pin here. Gets, I think, a 2 count before Draven's able to kick out. KTD, whoop. I think got confused there for a second, which allowed Draven to take advantage and drive KTD down. Draven could be going for something here already. This will be out of nowhere. Lifts up KTD and drops her right on her head. That's Draven's finisher, the Southern Plunge. And that could be all she wrote for KTD. No, KTD kicks out at 2. Just barely. And Draven, that came out of nowhere for Draven. Almost like trying to use KTD's, out of nowhere strategy against her. But did not work. KTD actually able to get right back up to her feet. Kicks Draven. pulls him down and goes for an arm wrench here, trying to get Draven to tap out, but I don't think he's going to tap out. And sure enough, rolls over KTD, and they're both up to their feet. Draven gets a kick into KTD, throws KTD down in the middle of the ring, and throws a kick to the back of her head. Draven drives the knee and shin into the face of KTD before lifting her back up. But KTD able to reverse out of it into a Russian leg sweep, which a lot of people here do. You don't have to be Russian to do it. Uh-oh, there's that elbow, that, you know, throw my hair sweat at you elbow that she actually won her last match with.
1, 2.
Almost won this match with it. I was going to be really fucking surprised, but she's won matches with it before. Draven does kick out just at 2. I believe that's one of KTD's signature moves. So we've seen a couple signature moves out of KTD. We haven't seen that spin kick in a while, because she really hasn't needed it to win matches lately, so maybe she'll have to pull it out here. And now Draven pounding on his chest like a gorilla. Draven waiting for KTD to get up here. Hits a clothesline. Hits a second clothesline. Ducks under a clothesline, hits KTD with a super kick, taking her out. He pulls KTD away from the ropes, might be going for a pin here. Nope, turns KTD over instead, and uh-oh. Going for the big punch and knocks down KTD. Could have knocked her out. This could be it. Draven could be going to Slamtopia for the U.S. title match. No, KTD kicks out at 2 and dashes that dream, at least for now. KTD needs to shake it off here, get back into this. Draven's been able to control a lot of the middle of this match or so, but KTD able to throw Draven over the top rope, misses a punch, hits the second punch, knocking Draven to the outside, and is now following after him.
1.
Kind of stalking around Draven here. Grabs Draven, slams him on the outside. Just kind of staring down at Draven.
3.
And now another Bret Hart special on the outside this time, trying to work on that leg. KTD now in firm control. Kicks Draven basically in the junk a couple times and hits that jump spinning neck breaker. We're up to a 5 count. Draven lifted up. Oh, they bumped into each other, both trying to get back into the ring before they get counted out. KTD, I thought was going to go for something there, but no, is getting her arms hooked up. And a pile driver, very deadly pile driver. And now Draven, going to that middle rope. We've seen him tarred out here before, and I don't think it's changing too much. He does this. It never works for him, but he likes to do this. And there we go, he misses. KTD might be setting up for that spin kick here. Draven stays in. Is able to duck underneath it. But KTD doesn't let that discourage her. Gets back in control, throws a shoulder into Draven twice. And now lifts Draven up to the top rope here. And going for a reverse suplex. We've seen this in matches before. Draven's laid out in the middle of the ring. KTD might go for a pin here. Oh, no. Looks like KTD actually going to the top rope. She needs to be careful here. Oh, it's a big leg drop from the top rope. Holy shit. And now going after the eyes and nose of Draven, wrenches those away. Not away, but whatever. Goes for a head scissors, takes Draven down. Draven's in some serious fucking shit right now. As KTD, in complete control of this match, wraps the legs around his head. Most people wouldn't mind that so much, but right now Draven's not liking it. As KTD trying to get Draven to tap out, Draven's able to get out of it. Oh, and then hits a devastating clothesline. He needed that. He needed that to get back in control. And he's going for the pin after that clothesline, actually, but only gets a 2 count. He can't believe it. He thought that clothesline was going to be enough to keep KTD down. But it was not enough. KTD, throwing in a punch here. Hits another Hurricane Rana. Draven doesn't get caught on the ropes, but instead gets kind of thrown in the corner. Those Hurricane Ranas from KTD are very deadly. She's the best Hurricane Rana in her here in the Let's Cause Your Wrestling League. Goes for the pin. Almost gets it. Only a 2 count. This has been a lot of 2 counts in this match, but KTD hitting a drop kick, taking Draven down. Let's see what she's going to go for here. She turns Draven over. Now going for that elbow drop yet again. Could end it. I think what she does, she aims her elbow at the esophagus, whatever that thing is that knocks your breath out, and that's it! KGD wins it! She continues her win streak and will face Bazza for the United States title at Slamtopia in a few weeks. KGD's road to the U.S. title continues. She's only got one more person that she has to worry about, and that is the undefeated Bazza. Or as rather, undefeated when it comes to U.S. title matches anyway. And, I don't know. I mean, no one's beaten Bazza, so it's hard to believe KTD can do it, but KTD has definitely earned her spot here. She's not only beaten Draven, who's a former world champion, but she has done her dues. She has gone through several competitors to get to this point, to get to this title shot. This was not handed to her, and she needs to just beat Bazza, and she can be the first person to beat Bazza for the championship. She could win her first championship in the U.S. title. And it could all happen, but she's going to have to wait a few weeks until we get to Slamtopia. Either way, that was it right there. KGD wins it and is your new #1 contender for the U.S. title. This next match is going to take place in that steel cage that's hanging precariously above the ring. It's not precariously. It's not like it's going to fall down. It's pretty well up there, actually. Either way, the challenger first to come out, as tradition. He's a former Let's Cross the Wrestling League champion, and he wants to add the hardcore champ. He says the hardcore championship is the right kind of championship for him. And by God, he has a chance to win it here tonight. However, cage matches are tricky. We've seen these end quickly. In fact, all you have to do, I believe you should be able to win by pinfall and submission, but all you have to do is just climb out of the cage. And I think OLG will have the advantage in that, is even though OLG is kind of a beefy man and a heavyweight, he's right underneath being a super heavyweight, but he's still got the speed advantage on Brute Force. Brute Force, however, has a lot of the stamina, a lot of the pain tolerance, but the problem is I don't see him wanting to climb out of the ring, climb out of the cage, but maybe he'll put away his homicidal tendencies for one moment. Why is it dark? Why is it so dark? Why the fuck is it so dark? Why is it so dark? Oh, there it is! Jesus Christ, I thought the lights went out here. OLG winning his first title last week. It's the Hardcore Championship. And there it is. Fastened around his waist. Apparently when he wins the championship, it makes the arena lights go black. What the fuck was that about? Jesus Christ. That scared the shit out of me. Either way, I thought the rest of this match was going to be in the dark. That would have been great for Brute Force. I would have blamed that on Brute Force, that he would have made it dark so he could... He's a creature of the dark. But either way, fuck me. He has that Hardcore Championship fastened around his waist right now. All he's got to do is to keep it, is to climb out of the cage. But to do that, he has to keep Brute Force off of his feet. Will he be able to do it, or will Brute Force win the title? Find out right now, actually, because this match is about to happen. So you don't have to, wait, next week or anything. You can just keep watching. If you made it this long, you may as well just keep watching one more match. I mean, come on, fuck, The way the cage is lowering, both men are ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Fucking OLG's ready as he runs at Brute Force and takes him down. OLG knows that he has to use the slight speed advantage he has against Brute Force in order to hold on to that title, and he sure as hell is using it. Sure as... Did I say sure as hotel? What the fuck? Either way, Brute Force able to reverse out of that. Hits a neck breaker on OLG. And actually, looks like he's considering climbing out of the ring, but doesn't make it very far as OLG misses him and is able to pull him back down. Brute Force, I think, really wants this championship, because I don't think I'd ever put my money on him climbing out of here, but if he wants a championship bad enough, like I said, he'll suppress his urges to rip off OLG's face in order to do so. Either way, OLG Still in control here, but Brute Force able to hook the ropes and stop that, and is able to get around and throws a nice punch in the back of OLG's head. Brute Force grabs OLG, lifts him up, spins and drops him down on the top of his head and throws in a kick, but misses. OLG's able to get out of the way. OLG throws in a huge headbutt. Excuse me. And then throws in some kicks to the knees and back. Brute Force needs to, oh yeah, there he goes. Like I say, needs to get back out of this here, and he does. He kicks OLG in the face, hits the Irish whip, goes off the ropes, and does a double drop kick, a drop kick to his face. He kind of is doing something weird here. I'm not sure what, but there you go. Brute Force does what Brute Force does. And big boots just pushes down OLG and throws in a kick to the back. 2 kicks to the back. OLG's in dire straits here for the moment, but OLG able to throw in some punches, or at least one punch, before Brute Force reverses it, throws in a kick, turns OLG around here, pulls him towards the middle of the ring, and then another spinning back body drop, landing OLG on his head. Brute Force still in control, well, at least he was, until OLG reversed out of it and hit a desperation clothesline. The thing with OLG is he's not that much smaller than Brute Force, really. He's a big guy. He's not a super heavyweight, but he is a huge guy. And as a result, maybe he's not as afraid of Brute Force as a lot of competitors should be. But be that as it may, Brute Force is still gigantic. And likes pain, let alone likes dealing pain. So it's very hard to keep someone like Brute Force down. Some wrestlers have been able to do it. So OLG, having won the title, shows that he has what it takes to be champion. We just have to see if he has what it takes to stay champion. OLG kicking Brute Force's knee away there. Turns Brute Force around. Able to grab him, but only for a moment as Brute Force throws in a punch to the back of the head. Oh, but doesn't get anything going as OLG's able to get around and punch Brute Force in the back of the head, but Brute Force able to grab OLG. Throws him right into the steel cage there. Actually goes for a pin. One. I heard a 1. I don't know what you would think the referee wouldn't have to get in position to make a count. He's just on the outside and could just yell the numbers, but maybe there's a rule that says he has to pound his hand against something. I have no fucking idea. Either way, Brute Force went for like a little flippy thing there a minute ago and didn't hit it, but you know, that's the way it is. Either way, Brute Force pump handle, lift, and slam onto OLG. Now Brute Force looks like he's going to try to climb out of the ring here, though OLG's slowly getting up. Brute Force almost getting to the top, but OLG able to climb after him. Grabs the hold of his waist and suckles him right back down to the... Suckles? That's terrible. Pulls him back down to the ring. OLG waiting for something here. It looks like just a punch, and now that barely dazed Brute Force, but OLG still able to grab Brute Force and throw him into the corner here. But Brute Force tosses OLG back into the corner, lifts him up. So he goes for, oh no, gets kicked back by OLG. OLG, no, I thought OLG was going to go for something, but decides against it. Throws Brute Force back in the corner yet again. Brute Force reverses it yet again. Throws OLG into the other corner. Runs and hits a big clothesline, toppling down OLG. OLG takes a kick to the back of the head here. Brute Force lifts him back up. Tosses him down in the middle of the ring. Oh, goes for a headbutt, but catches an elbow instead. But, oh, I thought he was going to kick him, but OLG actually able to hit the Irish plunge here. And he hits it. He could just try to escape now, but he goes for a pin.
1, 2.
Only a 2 count. You can barely hear the referee on the outside. So like I said, you can win by pinfall or submission. However, it's easier just to climb out. I'm surprised that OLG didn't go for it. He hits a kind of a sloppy neck breaker, but effective. And he's going to try to climb out now. Brute Force needs to get up. This could be it if he can't get up. But OLG certainly can climb faster. He runs over to him. Oh no, not going anywhere, OLG. Brute Force able to grab OLG and pull him down. Both men getting hurt, but OLG getting hurt a little bit more as Brute Force able to slowly get to his feet. See what he's going to go for here, though. I thought he was going to go try to climb out, but no, he picks up OLG and hits him with that devastating clothesline. He turns OLG around and goes for a pin. This might be one of our longer cage matches. A 2 count from the outside. One of our longer cage matches. Usually these things get a little weird and someone just escapes right away, but... Uh-oh, here comes the darkest of days! Oh, Jesus Christ, he's down. And rolled up, going for another pin.
2.
No, only a 2 count. OLG able to kick out. Brute Force going to try to climb. OLG slowly making his way to his feet. Brute Force, I don't think, is going to be able to... no, it doesn't get very far as OLG pulls him down, and now quickly tries to climb himself. Uh-oh, this could be it. OLG's almost there. Brute Force isn't moving. Oh, shit, I think OLG's going to win. OLG's over. Yep, OLG's going to win this one. Well, shit. That was a close one, Brute Force. Brute Force definitely did the most work, but I told you, it doesn't matter. Cage matches are that way. All it took, it didn't take a finisher in the end. It just took pulling Brute Force off of the cage, which kept him stunned long enough for OLG to scurry up the side of the cage. OLG, I mean, that's a lot of... it takes a lot to beat Brute Force, especially in a cage. I mean, even in a cage match. So, you know, I can't fault him there, and he shows that he's not just gonna hold a title for one day. Or 1 week rather. He was able to hold on to it consecutively. I thought here, let's see, this was that clothesline where Brute Force went for a pin after that clothesline. It was not enough. As you can see there, Brute Force, oh, right away, here's the other replay. Okay. Brute Force then turns this around, goes for a Darkest of Days. I think if Brute Force would have just tried to climb out of the cage here, instead of rolling him up for a pin, he could have won it. But because he tried to roll him up, it gave OLG enough time to kind of gain his senses and get back up. He pulled Brute Force down off the cage, and then was able to scurry up there pretty quickly. Brute Force was still down by this time, and that was all. I mean, there's nothing you can do at this point. I mean, Brute Force would have had to climb up really quickly, grab OLG, and hope to bring him back in, so all he can do is helplessly watch as OLG climbs out, wins it, and retains the Hardcore Championship. We'll see you guys next week on Let's Crosby Friday Night. That's a lie. It won't be next week. It'll be 2 weeks from now. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks on Let's Crosby Wrestling League Friday Night.